What is your relationship with your parents? Is that based on knowledge? Huh?
Yes, from all I know.
Of course. Which means what? I have lived with my wife for 10 years, or 2 days, or 50 years. I've lived with her. I've had sexual relationship with her. She's given me comfort, encouraged me, told me this and that, got angry, irritated, quarreled. And I built an image about her, right? The quarrels, the encouragement, the sexual fulfillment, the irritation. So gradually in those 10 years or 50 years or 2 days, I built an image about it, picture about it, right? Which is what? Carefully examined. Experience, right? Knowledge, memory, thought has created the image through accumulation of all this, and that image I have about her. And she has an image about me. I've been angry with her, I've flattered her, I've coaxed her, I've bullied her, I have possessed her, sex, and all that. So she has a picture about me, which is what? Carefully examined. Which is knowledge. Right? Clear? Which means what? My relationship to her is based on thought. I know a lot of people will deny this, but go slowly. When you say, I love her, I say, I love my wife. So I have to find out what it means. You follow? Then is my relationship based on knowledge? If it is, that relationship is incomplete. Right? Being incomplete must bring about conflict. Like, I am a Hindu, you are an Englishman, I am a German, you are so on. So my relationship with her, when it is based on knowledge, and knowledge being incomplete, and therefore my relationship will always be incomplete. Therefore, that which is not whole must have contradictions in it. I wonder if you understand this. Right? Not difficult? Look. I'm a Jew and you're an Arab. Right? that division is created by thought of centuries. I've been brought up as that, and you've been brought up as that. Right? Because that is your security when you say, I'm an Arab, I'm an Englishman. That's the security. When you go to the Catholic world and you say, I'm a Protestant, it's rather difficult. You follow? And so, any belief is partial, right? Right? It's because put together by thought. And thought is incomplete, always. Therefore, that which is incomplete must inevitably create conflict. Right? So my relationship with my wife, based on knowledge, which is incomplete, therefore I must be in conflict with her. I am. That's a fact. Fortunately, I'm not mad, but I'm just saying, it is so. The world is like that. You understand? And you are going to get married, you're going to have children, you're going to cry, you're going to get angry, bitter, cynical, and say you love, and you follow. This is life. You are attached to a person, to an idea, and you cling to it. Because in that attachment you feel secure. But you don't see the consequences of that attachment. Jealousy, anxiety, fear. Right? So, you are given knowledge, its right place, right? Technical knowledge, business knowledge, scientific knowledge. There you have to have good carpenter and so on. There you have to have knowledge, right? But do you need knowledge in your relationship?
But how can you relate?
Just see, huh?
How can you relate? How can you relate?
So, look, Daphne, is relationship, my relationship, my wife, it's not only physical, but also psychological, inward. And that psychological relationship is based on my everyday experience of her and she of me. That becomes the knowledge. Right? So we are perpetually pulling in different directions. I'm ambitious. I want to succeed. She says, please, let's have a good time. And so on, all the thing that goes on. So, find out carefully, go into it. Well, then you say, is love thought? Is love knowledge? I know my wife, therefore I love her. Or I fall in love with her at first sight. Whatever that may mean. Coup de foudre. So, you see what we are doing all the time? So I'm asking you, can there be a different relationship and therefore different action, which is not the outcome of knowledge.